All right, the big story was what happened to Ezekiel Elliott. So they went into this game without Zach Martin, their star guard, out because of COVID concerns. Zeke gets 11 carries for 33 yards, does very little in the passing game. Tony Pollard actually had more receptions than him. Pollard 4 catches for 29 yards. He did that on 4 targets. Zeke only 2 catches for 6 yards. So, Adam, I'll start with you. What's the concern level on Ezekiel Elliott, knowing they were facing arguably the best run defense in the NFL without one of their best offensive linemen?
It's a 0. I mean, this run defense is so good. When they had Vita Vea last year for the first 5 games of the season, running backs averaged 2.5 yards per carry against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got away from the run. They got away from the run intentionally and wisely. They just wanted to throw the football. The only concern that I would have is Tony Pollard catching 4 passes and Zeke only having 2, but I don't think that's a trend that continues. Zeke was in for so many more snaps. They do want to keep him fresh. He's not going to have the workload that we've seen in the past because it's a 17-game season. He's getting up there in age. He's dealt with injuries. That's fine. I have no issues with Ezekiel Elliott. Maybe if I had a little bit of hesitation, Ezekiel Elliott or Derrick Henry in a full PPR league, I guess I'm going to let one game influence me just a little bit. I'm going to say, all right, it should be Derrick Henry, but I still think Zeke is a surefire top 12 overall player, and I know people are freaking out. So find that manager that's freaking out and make a low ball bid for Ezekiel Elliott.
Dave, I know you're not freaking out, but on our podcast today, you said you would not take him as the 5th player off the board. So you posted a poll here on Twitter, panic or nah. Where would you draft Ezekiel Elliott if you had a 2021 draft tonight, round 1, round 2, or later? So people are just being absolutely silly if they think they're going to take Ezekiel Elliott in round 2. That's just dumb. You should take him still at 5th overall. He's going to have a fantastic season, but you're still concerned.
I'm concerned because I saw him not look like I remembered him looking in the first 5 games of last year. He seemed to hesitate a little bit more. He wasn't quite as explosive, but I'm not going to get too hung up on that for now. The truth is this. It's a small sample size. He only had 11 carries, only had the 2 catches, and it's smart for the Cowboys to do that. They knew this was a tough matchup. They weren't going to run him into the jaws of that defense. What did you think he was going to do? But I will say that if he continues to look bad against the Chargers in week 2, I might panic a little bit more on Ezekiel Elliott. It's still going to be a tough matchup for him, but he's someone that I still think is worth a first-round pick. I don't think I'm taking him at 5 anymore, but I think I might still take him at 6 or 7 if he's in that range. And certainly after that, he's still a first-round guy. He's going to have that type of grade in the trade chart next week as well.
It'd be a much different conversation if Blake Jarwin gets the block on the option play that they had. He probably walks in for an easy touchdown. It'd be a different conversation if Dak Prescott hits him on the wide-open touchdown throw where he should have been in the end zone as well. So he could have had 2 touchdowns in this game, so may have changed the opinion of how people feel on Ezekiel Elliott. Make trade offers for him now. Get him while he's cheap. He's absolutely still going to have a monster season as long as he's healthy. Was on the field for 82% of the snaps. That tells you all you need to know right there. They still trust him in pass protection. He's going to still have a very, very huge season. I would still take him at 4th overall if he was available in drafts. That's how good I think he's still going to be. Forget about this game when Zach Martin did not play. Want more of the Fantasy Football Today podcast and nonstop year-round fantasy advice? It's simple. Hit the subscribe button and hang with us all throughout the year.